In a small village near the great mountains, there lived a humble hunter named Kofi. He was known for his bravery and skill in tracking game, but one fateful day, his path led him deeper into the mountains than ever before. The air was cool, and the sun sat high in the sky, casting long shadows on the dense forest floor. Kofi had heard tales about the mountain, passed down from the village elders. They spoke of a hidden treasure, a pot of gold that once belonged to a powerful chief. Many believed the stories were nothing but legends, meant to scare people from venturing too far into the mountains. Kofi, however, was never one to believe in such superstitions. That day, as Kofi roamed through the quiet forest, he noticed something gleaming beneath the roots of an old tree. Curiosity overtook him, and he moved closer to inspect the strange sight. There, half buried in the soil, was a large pot filled to the brim with gold coins, shining brightly despite the shadows of the trees. Excitement surged through him. He couldn't believe his eyes. Surely this was the treasure from the old tales. Without thinking, he grabbed the pot and began stuffing the coins into his hunting bag. Thoughts of a better life flooded his mind. He could finally leave behind his simple life and live in wealth and comfort. But as he gathered the last of the gold, a cold wind swept through the forest, and a deep, thunderous voice echoed from behind him. "Who dares to touch the gold of the mountain chief?" boomed the voice. Kofi froze in place, his heart pounding in his chest. Slowly, he turned to face the source of the voice. Standing before him was an old spirit, dressed in ancient royal garments, with glowing eyes and a long staff in his hand. The spirit's face was twisted with anger. "This gold is cursed," the spirit said. "For centuries, it has been guarded by me, waiting for those foolish enough to claim it. It was once the treasure of a great chief, but its power brought only ruin. Now, anyone who touches it shall be cursed with misery and suffering." Kofi's excitement turned to dread as the weight of the spirit's words settled upon him. He had heard stories of the curse but never believed them. Now, standing face to face with the spirit, he realized his grave mistake. "Please, I didn't know," Kofi stammered, dropping the bag of gold. "Take it back. I want nothing to do with it." The spirit shook his head solemnly. "It is too late. The curse has already taken hold. The gold will bring you nothing but sorrow. It will turn your loved ones against you, and all that you cherish will slip through your fingers." Desperate, Kofi begged for a way to break the curse. The spirit, though stern, showed some mercy. "There is only one way to lift the curse," the spirit said. "You must return every coin, but not to where you found it. The gold must be scattered across the land, given back to the earth. Only then will the curse be broken." Though the task was daunting, Kofi knew he had no choice. For days, he roamed the mountains, rivers, and forests, scattering the cursed gold into the earth, one coin at a time. The journey was long and exhausting, but with each coin he buried, he felt a little lighter, as if the curse was slowly loosening its grip on his soul. When at last the final coin was returned to the earth, Kofi made his way back to the village. Though his hands were empty, his heart was at peace. The curse had been lifted, and he had learned that some treasures are not meant to be claimed. The gold still lies hidden in the mountains, waiting for another greedy soul to find it. But Kofi had learned a lesson that day, one that would stay with him for the rest of his life. Greed, no matter how tempting, always comes at a terrible price.